The presentation of a song to an artist or to anybody in the food chain who can give the green light to record it is at once a simple process. You just have to get it to the person who can say yes. And at the same time, perhaps the most complicated and harrowing part of this experience, where it comes to promoting the song and presenting the song. You first have to think very long and hard, well, maybe not long, but definitely very hard, about what kind of demo you're going to make. What demo is a demonstration recording. That's where that term comes from. So the question is immediately, who are you trying to show this to? Do you have any ideas for the type of artist or the type of situation which you might want to present this? Well, you can overthink this, you can outthink yourself, you can make multiple versions, you can spend a lot of time and a lot of money doing this, and a lot of times we do. I've gotten to the point where my attitude is essentially, I want to get initially a really strong version of the song that conveys to me its emotional merit, its emotional impact. And I think I have a pretty good idea of how to do that. Sometimes that's an incredibly simple version. The Save the Best for Last demo was unbelievably simple. It was a piano part, a bass, and some kind of mock strings and a vocal. That was it.
Who did the vocal?
Wendy Waldman did the vocal. And if you go back and look on the album, Vanessa thanks her for her beautiful vocal, which informed Vanessa's vocal. On the other hand, if Wendy's vocal on Save the Best for Last was a good guide, I've had songs recorded by people like Celine where it was a male vocal. The demo was a male vocal. There are important artists with whom I've worked who I came to realize were kind of intimidated by a really great demo vocal. So that made me set my sights a little bit lower in cutting the vocal. Not to make it any less musical, but maybe not make it as full-blown. And the same thing can be said in general about making the demos. I mean, you can talk to a range of songwriters and you'll hear many different theories about what really works. But I think it's a case-by-case basis. So without a lot of other details about making demos, which I'm happy to go into, without a lot of other details about making demos, that's the question. What's going to give the emotional impact? Because after all, what's going on here? Your first audience as a songwriter is this range of people who have the opportunity to take the song to another level. And even if the demo you might want to make is a demo you think the record-buying audience may want to hear later, meaning a demo that's really close to the record, that's not who you're trying to convince initially. You're trying to convince the people who can greenlight it. So you have to keep that in mind when you make the demo. Once you're done making the demo, of course, then you got to get involved in the exploitation of the demo. Or as my friend John Sebastian has said to me on a few occasions when we've finished a demo, now the fun part's over. Because now, the pure expression of what you wanted to say in writing the song gives way to the exploitation. And then if you, as a writer, are involved in exploiting and promoting the song, as I am, but not everybody is, then you have to put on another hat, and then you have to stop representing. Now you're once you're done making the demo, you have to put on a different hat if you're going to be one of the people involved in exploiting and promoting the song. And so the way I always think of it is, now I'm wearing the hat of Phil Gladston, song plugger, Phil Gladston, publisher, who's representing Phil Gladston, songwriter.